research on Best Man Toast. This is my first time, by the way. I found that if the best man is a brother, he should reminisce about times when we grew up together and make subtle jokes to humiliate the groom. So I was thinking long and hard for a few weeks, and I was trying to think of how I could make fun of my brother up here that was appropriate for a wedding, and I couldn't think of anything. Because, I mean, who isn't separating lights from darks when they're 9 years old? And then I'm thinking, who doesn't spend their Saturday organizing silverware drawers? And getting excited for the newest decorations from Pottery Barn. Some of his greatest accomplishments over the years. And Kelly, these might be a surprise to you too, okay? First and foremost, when Nick was 12 years old, he won Best Dancer at the Teen Drop-In at Dumbarton Middle School. And specifically for his interpretation of breakdancing, about him. His award for the glorious honor was a Milli Vanilli cassette tape that he kept in his Walkman for months, and he wouldn't let me listen to it because he said if the batteries ran out, I was in trouble. The batteries needed to rest for a little bit. That was the point. Secondly, Nick, in his more recent years, took up music, started playing the guitar, which is a huge accomplishment because he's left-handed and plays on a right-handed guitar. Right? Specifically, he perfected 2 guitar solos that we can probably all attest to. Patience by Guns N' Roses and Dirt by Fish. And this is a huge accomplishment since these are the only 2 songs that Nick knows. I'm just kidding, Nick. We know that you're really good at least 4 or 5 more songs. More recently, one of Nick's greatest accomplishments did come on the lacrosse field when he was named Rookie of the Year at Mount St. Mary's his freshman year. Which we're all very proud of. I'll tell you why this was so great and why it's so important to Nick. And this is Rookie of the Year, right? And the reason this is so great is because Nick called himself Roy and had his friends introduce himself as Roy to college co-eds for months thereafter. Sorry, Kelly, that's true. Don't put the blame on him, I knew about that too. But truthfully, Nick, you were always there for me growing up, and I learned a lot of life lessons from you that are important for a young man to know. You taught me a lot about family and friendship. You taught me about determination and commitment. You taught me how to be self-sufficient at a very young age. And you taught me to never settle for mediocrity. And all those things I hold very close to my heart. And truthfully, you're my best friend, and I thank you for that. So, I'd like to wrap this up with a quick story, and it kind of goes back to what Liz was talking about, because I reminisce about the same situation when Nick and Kelly, they lived together for a while, as you may or may not know, before sparks really flew. The situation was kind of in limbo from the standpoint from where I was coming from, and I wasn't sure. They hadn't necessarily solidified a relationship yet, and one day, well, Kelly moved out to San Francisco, and Nick came to my house for a haircut. As I'm cutting his hair, I was like, what's the occasion? And Nick says, I'm going to California. And you had just left, Kelly, and I was curious to know why. And I said, why are you going to California? And he said, I'm going to get my girlfriend. And Kelly, that's when I knew that you'd be in our lives forever from that point on. So, Kelly, love you. Nick, love you. Congratulations, guys.